What is up, crawler fans, RC enthusiasts, and social media surfers? I'm your boy Josh with MOFO RC, and today we're cruising on the rocks with my buddy's rig, Cecil. So, the yellow, well, it is really neon green, aka grassy green. I don't know why they call that the color, but that's what they call it. It is neon green, looks pretty much yellow in this video, but that's what it is. So there we go. The rig in the back, this is for my buddy Cecil. It is a Slayer Prime SCX24 Mias axle. We got the Dominator links. We got Trixie wheels on wide setup today. I got narrow video coming of just me soloing, and we got a build video. So I don't know how well the build video turned out. A lot of things, and it spread over 2 days, and so we'll see how well I did. So I know I had missed a couple pictures and things for the whole thing to make sense. I went back, took it apart, these type of things. So hopefully I got everything I need to make a good build video. If not, no worries. I got another one coming right behind it, and I'll start and try again. Anyways, there you go. So I know I did have a little bit of, you know, the links. I need to make a good video on building the links. They're not real hard. You may have to take the link end off because you chose the wrong one, right? So it's not really that big of a deal, but, you know, that's what I had done. And the reason why I put it on differently than I'd done before is because I did the TRX in the middle. So the TRX was slightly different in how I did that and how I set that up to clear the batteries with the front upper links, these type of things. And so it's just, I have 3 different link ends, you know, and so choosing the correct link end to go in that place. And then also they are, you know, directional, you know, so making sure that it's not just the right one, but it's also in, you know, in the correct position, you know, orientation or whatever. So a lot of things. You took just a simple link set and you make it real complicated. It's basically what MOFO RC does. But as you can see, the shiz works. You know what I'm saying? The shiz freaking works. Look at this turn up, dude. So freaking savage, bro. So anyways, I invite you guys to come hang out with me and Craig and just support our buddy freaking Cecil. This was his rig again, RTR rig from your boy Josh. And anyway, so Cecil, dude, we got you hooked up. I don't know that was the best choice of maneuvers there, Craig. He tried. He's just trying to get positioned around. Had to go for reverse. That's okay. So Craig is running in the back here. We're coming up in a Prophet Design Echo. Freaking killer build. Looks super duper awesome. As you can see, he's running boa mount, shift servo. I believe he's also running Nano Bam and Rock Wolf. So we got basically the same ESC power. I don't know if it's a Rock Wolf or he might be running a Furatech. If I can see it at some point, I will let you know. Kind of looking like maybe a Furatech, but we'll see. Oh no, that's probably his receiver on top that we're seeing. He runs those GT5 small receivers. That's what he's running. So very cool build. We both have the same tires, although Craig is running, it looks like maybe stock foams on Enduro wheels. I'm not really sure what he's running. I didn't ask him as far as the you know, what he had inside. They're definitely looking a little firm, so I would doubt that he has any flubs or inserts in them. So it's probably just the stock foams as they come on those wheels. We, on the other hand, in the front are not running stock foams on stock wheels. We are running on the Trixie wheels with the inserts. They're on the DJ Crawler 2-stage foams on the outside. So we have the softer, much more quality foam on the outside. Stays the same pliability for much longer time, and it's much softer. So it doesn't break down like the gray foams do. Pretty freaking great. And you can see that it hooks up. And on top of that, if you can try to notice whenever there's a, you know, zoom in, if you can notice the square edge that's on Craig's tires, and then I cut off the corner. It's, you know, maybe like a 16th by a 16th, you know, on a 45-degree angle on the corner edge lug. Trying to be too crazy, dude. Too freaking crazy, guy. Showing off. My bad, Cecil. My bad. So we did drop it a couple times, buddy. We did drop it a couple times, but you know what I'm saying? Rip till you flip. How you gonna find the limit if you don't push it? And then sometimes I make errors as driver. It happens, dog. When I'm with a buddy, I can't take it out. Man, I was trying to film some tricks yesterday. I don't know. I had it like, it's just one of those, dude. So it's like, you know, I'm like, okay, I set up the trick. I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do this, up, over, around, do this. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's try it. Set up the rig, freaking knocked it out 2 times in a row. I'm like, hell yeah, this is going to be dope. This is going to be so awesome. I probably shot 20 times, dude. Easy 20 times. Never could I get it like I did the first 2 times without the camera. You know, I got it okay, but then there's like one that I'm like off screen, and then there's like one where like, you know, I'm like stuttering a couple times, you know, and, you know, just like, ah! You know, I want it to be like just the most flowy, perfect, nastiest thing ever, you know, like that's what I want to shoot because that's what I did, you know, and that's what I did without the camera. You're like, come on, dude, I can freaking do it. So I will try to film just one more trick session, I think, today if I have time with the Cecil's rig before I send it out while it's in the trick mode. So it is super fun to try the tricks in the narrow setup and the wide setup. If you don't know what I'm talking about, these are the Trixie wheels. And they come like all my wheels, they have a deep and a wide. The Trixie wheels obviously would have 2 different wheels because they don't flip in and out, right? They're just using the 2 different faces. So, and it's a 4mm different offset, by the way. So that's what it is. And so these are on deep side out is what it would be on all the Rattlers or any of the other wheels that I have. But these would just be the deep Trixies. So as far as those go, especially on the Mia's axles, by the way, the Mia's the hangers and the Trixie wheels are only available for the Mia's axles at this point. I will be making them available for the STX24 coming up at some point. I just need to put the hangers on my SCX knuckles that I made. Look at this maneuver. Great job, Craig. Ooh, nice job. Little stuffage and a savage. Great job, Craig. Freaking nasty. Cool line, dog. Cool line. So anyways, man, I hope you guys are doing good. Shout out to the homies. If anybody out there wants me to build them a rig, dude, hit me up. We'll get it worked out. You know, it's going to come the way like this one, just like I would drive it. It's exactly the way that I would build it, the way that I would drive it, the way that I would run it. And if you want, I can go put it on the rocks. If I don't put it on the rocks, then it's going to be a little bit tight. There's going to be some screws that end up probably loosening off a little bit. And, you know, I can't guarantee that it's going to work to perfection. But if you want to see a video, I definitely can go put it on the video, make sure that it's all running. And like I'm going to do with this rig, definitely put it through the work. It's going to show up just absolutely working flawlessly. At least that's the goal. You know, I think that, and then like today, I got a call this morning, the last RTR that I sent out to my buddy Rudy, the TRX on the Endura axles. He called me this morning and said he plugged in the battery and it went up in smoke. And that just made me cry, man. Like, freaking A, bro. That just sucks, dude. It's just like, I can't know if I'm responsible or if it was just the MB100. I can't know what happened. You know, all I can do is say, I'm sorry, bro. Like, if you send it back, I'll take care of as much as I can on my part. If I can send the parts back to Amazon, I absolutely will do that. You know, and I'll take responsibility if I did mess a wire up or whatever, you know, like I was trying to be freaking meticulous, bro, but you know, it's just sometimes maybe a wire got pulled. But you know, like what I did when I do all my wires and cut them, what I do is, you know, I have a pin connector kit, I make the pins, I put them in there, and as I put the new wire and pins into the plug, I glue the housing of the wire, the wrap, you know, the casing of the wire to the actual plastic of the plug, and then I put a heat shrink. It's actually a marine grade heat shrink that has like stuff that heats up and expands and then like sticks to the, you know, everything and seals it. So like and then I glue that if there's any like space or whatever. I put glue on that shit. So sorry for cousin. So, you know, you're like, what did I do wrong? How did I mess it up? But at the same time, like he told me, he got a brand new rig. You know, what was it? What did he say it was? I don't know, 10 scale rig. I can't remember at the moment. But, you know, he got a brand new rig, pulled it out of the box, plugged it in, went up in smoke. So it's like, well, yeah, you're right. Maybe it was just the part, but I'm not going to blame anybody, dude. I can't see it yet. So he sent it back to me. That freaking sucks, dude. I'm so upset about that. So if I did anything to mess it up, man, I'm very sorry. I absolutely will get it fixed, dude. you know, but it happens. So, sorry, dude. It's part of the game, I guess. And that's what he said. And I was totally understanding. So, but man, it just really bums me out, bro. I wanted to hear good things, not, you know, my car's in smoke. Gee whiz. So I'm sorry about that, Rudy. We'll get you taken care of, buddy. So that's one of those things there's nothing I can do, man. I can only freaking do my best. And, you know, I know that, you know, I can't. Anyways, I'm just like at a loss for words. It just freaking sucks. Maybe I should talk about something else. So that was just an absolutely nasty maneuver right there that I pulled off, going over that little crest and that peak, looking clean, making Craig work in the echo. Come on, bud, you could do it. You got to hit the lines. Got to get the line set up. Killing it, dog. So this terrain is obviously stupid hard to drive on. It's kind of hard to see your angles all the time to make sure that you're lined up and where you need to be. Like he was right there. Often if you're wide, you're going to be dragging axles, dragging differentials, these type of things. And then also there is now, because of all the torrential rains that we've had, there is sand in every little like crevice, any place there's like flat spots. There's now sand, and it gets in your tires, and it makes it super hard. So at least the sand's not wet, that it's like sticking to the tires too much. These tires were brand new, and you know, the sand just gets in there, and now they're dirty. Even when you wash them, it's so hard to get that sand out of there because the tires are so freaking sticky. So, but I'm absolutely loving the cut on these Klingons. I think it works so much better. So the reasoning for that is, if you didn't know, pretty much all of the lugs that we have on these tires are too big and too soft and too many, right? There's too many of them. So what happens is they fold over on the corner. It folds over and you lose traction. Also down the center on a lot of your tires, like scramblers and these things, they can't grab. So by removing some of your lugs, these type of things, your tires open up, they conform better. And they no longer have things that give way that are giving away your traction, right? So simply by cutting that corner off, I now have much better control and much better grip, much more precision, and just all around better. This was freaking scary, by the way. Showing off. If you couldn't tell, that tire was floating like dumb, 6 inches off the ground.
Ooh, that
Crazy.
was what I wanted to do.
All right, Craig, make it look nasty. Well, that was nasty. Let's go. Come on, man. You got this. Bring it down nice and smooth. You got to keep it balanced in position. So he's got his turning. I don't know. I talked about that before. I don't know if it was always that way or if maybe the shift servo being strong enough kind of pulled his steering link longer than it was as the knuckles hit the bump stops on the front of the axle. What I've done on my Mias is that you make sure that you over tighten the front steering link so that it's actually a little bit pigeon-toed, and then you also grind down the bump stop on the front of the axle where the knuckle hits, and you got way more steering. And also the front, your outside tire in your turn is going to turn more than your inside tire, which is absolutely better because that's where all of your freaking weight is going when you are trying to push forward. So especially like on a downhill, you have your inside tire. Yeah, sure, it's at like 60 degrees. Awesome. But your front tire, if you look at Craig, sometimes his front tire is only at like 40 degrees. It's not even like turned hardly. And so what that's going to do, front tire, meaning outside tire and low side tire, it's going to push down the hill and it will not make that turn. So tricks, bro. So, man, I'm going to talk a little bit about, I had interaction with some guys, that I think that they, have great intentions, but there definitely was a little bit of misunderstanding as to what I do. They got excited seeing my rig and then never really considered about what these things cost. But because they had experience with other things and other rigs, they felt like I was overpriced. Well, that's fine. Go play with them. No big deal. I do what I do. I offer a part. If you can see here, obviously, clearly, it should be 100% clear that what I'm offering is not what anybody else is offering in the business, right? Should be pretty freaking clear just by watching this video. I don't mean to talk crap. I don't mean to, to boast or elevate myself or whatever. That's why I shoot the videos that I do, and I don't show my face, and I don't whatever and try to manipulate people. I try to show my freaking rigs on the rocks and why they are what they are, right? That's what I've always tried to do, because I'm not, I'm not about me. I'm not trying to say, look at Josh. I'm not trying to get attention. I'm not, trying to say, look, hey man, I'm the best, or earn something, or, try to get something that I didn't earn. It does what it does, obviously. I show it every time, and people say, well, you've never driven the other rigs. You're like, bro, I've demonstrated my rig side by side, Echo, Hard Park, every fancy part that you could think of. Craig, my homie, my freaking buddy, dude, has shown on the rocks right next to me, right? That's what he drove next to me. Why? Because he wanted to show off what I do. And I very, very, very much appreciate that, right? You know what I'm saying? So like people, I guess, I don't know why people don't watch the video or whatever. I guess because I don't advertise and I don't put, all the hot crap in the title and in the whatever. We're just doing the same stuff, bro. We ran all the parts. We ran every single thing that you could ever want to know about has been in every, been in the videos. We showed what it does on the rocks, right? That's what I do. So people don't know that. I get that, whatever. I have a very small, tight-knit group. I super appreciate you, homies. And I made a call and just to like, get help, sharing the stuff, because like it really seems like I find like 1 or 2 new people a week, is like I end up contacting me like, I just found you or whatever, or somebody told me about you. That's usually what it is. Somebody told me about you. So new people are only coming to me because somebody told me about you. So I appreciate it. I'm only here in the first place because my homies, support me and buy my stuff. And then I'm also only here because you guys have told other people. So sharing my posts, sharing your rigs, whatever on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, these type of things, it means the world to me, because it means that I can keep doing this, right? Because the homies all have the rigs, right? Like, I can't make a living off guys that already have my stuff and they're just watching the videos, right? Like, I can't keep doing this. It's the end of the road. So, but we need new homies to come and join the group so we can keep going and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to say thanks, man, because I called out and I said, hey, can I get some help? And now every time I get on Facebook, dude, I got notifications that somebody else shared. And, then the same guy shared a different post, that's like 5 for him today. Like, oh my gosh, dude, like, thank you. Like, I wasn't trying to make you do work. All I was asking for, if you think it's cool, just push the share button. You don't got to type anything, even just say, dude, freaking share. Let somebody else see this thing from your perspective, from out of your friend group, or, your favorite page on Facebook or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but by putting your own words on it, that was like way above and beyond what I asked. And I just appreciate it, man. Like, holy crap. Thank you. Means a lot, dude. Like, I'm not exaggerating. It's just like, again, I cannot do this without you homies, right? That's it. Doesn't matter what I can make. I couldn't have got to this rig, at least in the time that I got to it, without the homies, right? Like, you guys made this possible. And I just want to say thanks, because this rig is so fun to drive, dude. It is what I always wanted to drive. It just, anything I want to do to the freaking limits, it will do. Like, it just allows me to play with, and I'm just incredibly grateful, dude. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so just a quick thought, little change of direction here. This hobby that we have here, we call, RCs, we have crawlers, whatever, is a huge variation, right? There is a huge gap from the beginning of buying a car and driving it to where we are here, right? Huge gap. And so some people like on the front end, whatever, maybe early on, and some guys just don't move on, right? They like to build the scale cars. It's about the building. It's about, making it look like a car, and that's what it is about to them. And then they drive it the best that they can, but obviously the driving is secondary to what it looked like, right? Well, obviously, I'm on the 100% opposite end of that. The rig is about what it drives, and then we just try to make it look kind of cool after the fact, right? Just kind of try to throw on some crap. That's literally the whole thing. This was a box on wheels. That's what it was. And so I threw all the styling on top. You don't even have to put it all on there. You could run it as a box if you wanted. You know, you just put some stuff on there to kind of make it look cool. It is useful, but at the same time, like it was all after the fact to try to make it, you know, like the deals with sliders on the side, obviously make it a little bit better, protect the shocks, make the transits a little bit better, these type of things. You know, but we're on the other end. Also, there's a difference in money, right? Huge difference in money in these things, right? We go from $150 or less for stock rigs up to, you know, where I'm selling RTR starting over $800. So that's not the same thing. There, you know, one is an RTR. This would be an RTC, ready to comp, ready to crawl, right? This is my rig. This is what I would drive. That's what this is. Totally different. Right? Typically, you know, I mean, it's just insane, the difference, you know, whatever. So just one of those things, you know, if you can't look and see the difference between what I'm driving and what Craig is driving, then you probably should just buy what Craig's driving, or, you know, maybe stick to parts on Amazon. No worries. You know, but if you can see, then I'm here making something, offering something that is absolutely different and absolutely, you know, just that much more, right? We just go that much more. So, and it's a small batch custom parts. If you know anything about the automotive industry, when you're talking about small batch custom parts, custom artwork, this type of stuff, your price goes insane, right? Custom cars are only valuable to the person who made it, right? To the person who actually did the work. That's the only person that actually made any money, right? The person who resells a well-done custom car doesn't make any money, right? At least after the first sale. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it goes. Why? Because when you do custom work, you waste insane amount of time. You do things that cost you way more money because you only bought 4 of them or whatever instead of 10,000 of them, right? You know, and so the cost goes up through the roof. Like these, like right now, I can't afford to order $2,000 of tungsten or something like that. I don't have any money, but I can make sure that I get tungsten tomorrow, you know, which costs me like $60 to be able to get screws and tungsten for these wheels. So if you want them, I'm not even making any extra money going from this wheel set, you know, back from my other ones with the BBs. You know, so I'm not making any more money, but it's way cooler. You know, like, so I have to charge double the price, but I'm not making any more money on it. You know, you know, if anything, it's probably less because it's just as much or more print time because it comes with hangers. You know, this is like one of those things, but it's $120. Yeah, for what? There's nothing else like it on the market. I could promise you that, bro. Let's go. You know, so if you want to just have something that everybody else has, then, you know, buy something on Endura, or, you know, from Endura. Buy, you know, a link set that only costs $18, right? Cool. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. You'll have a great time. If you don't know the difference, then you don't know the difference, and there's no reason to pay for it. But that was effing sick, and you're not going to do that.
Let's go, Cecil.
So, you know, that's okay. Maybe you're not there yet. That's all right. No problem, right? Maybe you don't even care about that. I do. That's my favorite thing right there. Doing stupid, like, you can't from the angle see. That's an undercut. My rear left wheel lifted up off the ground, wasn't touching nothing. You know, nasty, bro. Absolutely freaking nasty. And Craig can't even get a chance to do it because battery guy. Freaking rip till you flip.